Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Small Talk. Well, back for those of you who've seen it before. If you're watching for the first time, well, welcome to the show. My guest was on the show just over a year ago. He is a director for both film and television, noted for his films Clash, Pagans, and Pay Your Bill. Time to welcome back Orlando Giraldo Jr. Welcome back to the show.
I'm Orlando Giraldo Alboran, but I thought Orlando Giraldo. That's okay.
What?
I'm a junior. No, my dad. I'm junior. You're right. My dad is Orlando Giraldo Senior. I'm junior. That's okay. But just
Okay.
you're a miss.
So what's happening? What's happened in the years since you've been on the show?
Oh, well, the industry, as you know, has been shut down. I think we have this conversation about it last year,
Yeah.
and yeah, still the same thing, but now it's picking up a little. There's some picking up in terms of like some more work,
Mhm.
but now we have the threat of AI, which is happening, is very allegedly close to take a lot of people with jobs, and actors and actresses and writers and cinematographers. So we won't probably see that for the next probably 2 years. So we see it's an evolving process, how the industry is going to change that. Yeah, there's other things. A lot of our films have gone awards. So we're in the first circle with our projects, Pay Your Bill, and Pegans. We also did a music video uh, with Mike Massey, who is a folk artist in Canada. He's well known. And we did our work with Anastasia Minster. She's also a music player. We did some videos with her.
Mhm.
She was doing a Kickstarter campaign, and she got some good awards. So she was very successful in her campaign. She's doing now her debut album coming September, and we just keep evolving. We're providing more services on our website. We updated trailers. That's all has been happening.
Okay. Well, just remind people who haven't seen any of your stuff before, what your movies like Clash, Pay Your Way, Your Bill, what are they about?
Okay, everything's a little bit different. So Clash is basically an homage to the 1960s to 1980s action classics. So it's basically the idea was not to use weapons like guns, because all the movies had guns. I'm gonna shoot myself. So the idea was avoid the use of guns and use hand combat. And there's two different body types. And there's this young person who has a vendetta against an older friend, or his sister passed away. So it's like a more an action stunt film. We have a original music with the composer Andres Galindo Arteaga. I don't know if you happen to the show. And then Pagans was something that we did with Quave Amp and Olivia Elise Winner, and then some other people. So it's basically a commission project. I have a little bit of a writing thing. It's about the student who he's in a law school, but at the same time he has to get money for his father's cancer treatment. It's supposed to be a show, but we did a short version, and we use a lot of original music by Ataloon. These are a bunch of things. So it's in the festival round right now and has been awarded. And Hey Bill, we directed this with Annie Bio, with Bio Lab Comedies. So we help her with directorial debut, so we kind of worked on that together. And we did a little bit post production, and we're in the festival round with that one right now as well. We got an award just recently as well for that short. And yeah, that's Pay Your Bill with Ace Peterson, who is in Tulsa King. And we're doing other things on the site that we're working on as well.
So how do you decide what you're going to take on, what particular project you're going to take on?
So I have to go the reason why I work with these people to answer your question. One will be that when I started my film career in 2015 was I didn't have I'm a personal trainer as my profession. I'm a physical educator, a teacher, but I didn't have a plethora of work. So I started taking works as a crew member and all that stuff, and then I have to do Flash, and then okay, I'm gonna keep directing. So I met these people, and they took on these massive projects that they were a little bit, where they were very difficult because of the conditions that we made it for. There was no production, there was no money, so I have to do a lot of the post production work myself. In some of them, there was some investment. So, but now I'm not doing that anymore. So I just took those projects to build that my resume, and I did some things on my own. So I just generally choose my own projects, because I know much better. But if somebody commissions something for me, it's a bit different. So now we're in the stage of building that online presence and choose what I'm gonna direct. So we have different directors in our roster of directors. We have three directors, and we have a composer, and Mike is also a sound recordist, so we can just work with that. But I just basically whatever, if somebody has a commission idea, has a budget and all that stuff, and willing to hire us for our work, we're happy to just take the project and see who is the best director for that, or I can do it myself.
You keep saying us. Now, who works with you?
Okay, so we have McGaffin Production has been on and off with different people. So basically, McGaffin Productions is my production company.
Yeah.
So it's basically five people. One is my sister, Lina Giraldo, who is a fitness influencer. She has four kids, and she has a business called Pro Style Fitness, and it's the COO, and also a producer. Is another one is my business partner Mosen Agaye, who is a director, and we did a short film called Cochlear, who is I'm very excited because they're very, 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 very we shot in film, so I'm very excited to work with that. That's in the works. Mosen Agaye, film director from Iran, very, very. I mean, it's a beautiful person. Been working for 5 years. We also work with Mike Mazet. He's also we shot the video, time, tragedy plus time that we shot last year,
Right.
and that's pretty much and Annie Bio, obviously the comedian, writer, director of Pay Your Bill, and those are my main. Those are where McGaffin Productions, and those are basically Celeste Cortemash. Celeste
Okay.
Cortemash. Celeste
Okay.
Cortemash, my dear assistant, now director, and she's great, and I'm so proud of her. She did Seconds of Tattoo Station, and looking forward to see her talent shown to the world. And all these people, I'm just trying to cheer for them and for myself.
Everything is a collaboration, isn't it? When you work,
Oh, beautiful!
you're working.
I couldn't be more happier to surround myself with my crew, the people that I work with, and I'm gonna everything that as I can to cheer them, and we cheer each other, and that's all this is all about. That's my Gaffin Productions.
Right. Yeah. Now you're currently in your studio, right?
Yeah, this is a small studio. It's an everything. I have a music area. I have a fitness area, and also this is the studio. All the everything happen here. You see the computer and all that stuff.
Right. I'm just looking at behind you. I have to look up away from the camera for a second, but yeah, I see that you've got these posters, directors, and behind your head there's Clash. Is it Clash? I can
Yeah, it's class.
yeah.
It's class.
So that's kind of nice that you have room to put those things up.
Yeah. It's our first project, right? There's so many good people. Actually, that's Celeste Cortemash right there.
Right.
So many good people. It means we got a lot of awards from this project. And it's still, I always say this about Clash. This is not probably the most technical thing you've probably seen it, but it's something you can watch in 20 years. It doesn't feel like the time has passed. It has endured the quality of the film, endured the year that we made it. And I think that makes a good, not a great film, but a good film that you can watch, entertaining. You can
Right.
watch Clash in spite of his um, flaws, which has a lot, you can still enjoy it. We're gonna do a little update. So it was I'm aiming to do it last 2023, but I'm gonna do it this year. I'm gonna do a little update on it to commemorate the time. We're proud of it, and that's our symbol. That's basically.
Right. I was just thinking about like for me, like doing something like this, how things have changed because when I started my show, it was like 3 cameras set up with a director, and I had some, all these people on camera and stuff. Now I can do it this way. Have things become easier for you with less equipment or better equipment? Anything like that?
There are things that I have the camera for 3 4 years. I have a Sony A7 III, and you have to worry about you. Like I always done this is work what I have, right? I have my phone. My phone. This phone is a iPhone 13, which I do the videos for people as 4K, and I do a lot of shots. I did shots in Japan when we were working with the next coming project. So a lot of my phone. Technologies on your hands. I use the Sony A7 III. Gives me a 4K. Give me more that I have field recording equipment. I have software that I pay for already, because sometimes you get memberships and you pay memberships and memberships. I have the website that I've been paying for every year, and all these little things that make your staff much better. So what I do is all created myself. I have to collaborate, and some of the stuff that to create it myself, you
Mm,
know. So
right.
everything you see is all not bragging, but I have to do it mostly myself because I have to learn, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Learn all these little things.
Well, you must be doing something, right?
Well, we hope so. We hope so. We do it very. I think I had the chance to work with very very amazing, talented, famous people like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I talked to him, and
Right.
many artists in the industry working with directors, Guild of Canada, even Deepa Mehta, the famous Indian director who is my mentor and which is just giving me some feedback in some of the stuff that we're doing. Um, the thing with these people is the talented people never talk about their talent. They don't say that the people say that they're talented. They themselves they have some ego, or you have an ego, but they don't say. Even I don't know, I will talk to you and he will tell you he's more interested in whatever else, but they are beyond that. Like the real talented people never say they're talented, and they just do it. So it's not up to me to say like Rick Manzarek said when somebody asking about the Doors, who the people define their music or the Doors is people. It's up to the people to decide if they're talented or not, or they're doing something right or wrong. We just put the work for the people and the entertainment for them.
For sure, yeah. I don't remember if I had asked you the last time, but are you able to get grants, government grants to help you with your work?
Yeah, there's a lot of competition with grants. I definitely have we apply for some of the projects. We attempts to do some other projects in different areas with different communities. And we tried to push one with the LGBTQ community a year ago, but it was very very difficult for those certain conditions. We worked 4 years with that, but we have experience applying for grants. It's very competitive. It's getting more stiffer and more difficult, and it takes time.
Mm,
Some of the funds require you to have like a production company already established. We're established, but we're not. We're just getting to be known.
yeah,
So sometimes you have to put it's like A24 or Angel Studios, they're under the radar, and then they did like all this. The Angel Studios did a movie about the kidnapping in Colombia. I don't remember the name at the moment, but they established themselves like A24 established they're doing all this indie film, and the um, new studios that have this indie market, because the market, as Mr. Corman, Roger Corman, who just passed away, said, it's more focused on having these blockbuster films like Marvels and stuff like that. But there's like the indie content, or it's there. It's a very niche market.
mm,
So we're just being established, and sometimes with the grants, especially with the studios, with CBC, with because I have a friend who is in talks with CBC to do a series, but it's like they need a production company, they need this, they need that. So it needs sometimes they need somebody else and programmer's interest or somebody. So sometimes you apply and you have to fulfill some um or say some requirements that I probably don't fulfill, because they has to be with gender, they have to be with race, they have to be with all that stuff that they call diversity. I'm obviously the only thing that probably will help me is that I'm a Latin American, but I don't have any. I'm a white person and a man. So for us, in I don't know, being a veteran, anything, just been a little bit more difficult because I don't unfortunately fulfill those requirements.
right,
This
right, yeah.
grants.
One of the things you mentioned is that your sister is part of your team. I think
Yeah.
that's cool because not all siblings can work together.
Oh, she's a sweetheart. Nothing more than admiration for her. She's a mom of four. Um, she's very fit. She was here. She has been featured in Telemundo Miami
Oh
as
yeah.
a mom training during COVID, and she was training some people. And Telemundo, she has friends in Telemundo. She has been featured in Telemundo in her gym. Her husband, Raul Sosa, he trains NFL athletes and baseball players. He also has recreational things. So, uh, and my sister sometimes help me to produce some of the films. So it's yeah, we support each other in every way. She has been very supportive, especially when we did Clash, and she's great, and just nothing respect and admiration for my sister.
That's really nice. I think it's wonderful, you know.
Lina Giraldo.
I just
Follow
think
her.
of my sisters. Mm.
No, no, no. My
And we
family.
have
My
fun.
brother is also an actor. He's gonna be. His name is Giancarlo Di Pereira. Oh, that's his artistic name, and he's an artist as well. He has been in different. I'm from Colombia, so he has been in different movies as well,
Nice.
and he's gonna be working with our next project coming in 2025,
Right.
Sueña, which is about the dreams, and we also work with the famous Edilbet Studios, Edilbet Acting School, Edilbet Academy in Colombia. So Edilbet with Edilsa Beltran Gonzalez. A shout out to Edilsa Beltran Gonzalez, a Colombian actress who is doing a lot of stuff, and she did her she is so impressive. I can tell you, she's a grandma of three kids. She has run her acting school from nothing in Colombia, which is a very very difficult country, a third world country at the time. I don't know right now, and
Right.
she become this iconic school in Pereira.
Very good. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just thinking, you know, when you're talking about your sister and your brother, maybe one day we should maybe have the three of you on at the same time.
Oh, I'd love to, but yeah,
Wouldn't that
it's
be fun?
difficult to get them. Yeah, yeah, it's difficult to get. My brother is based in Colombia. My sister has she works also.
Mm.
She runs the administrative part of her pro style fitness gym, but she has a job also with some other people, so she's more very busy. And she has my niece and all that stuff. She's just very, very busy person to have it around with. And yeah, we definitely. It's her birthday very soon. The 27th of May. Happy birthday! It's coming up.
Oh,
So
very good. Yeah. Well, happy birthday to her. Early birthday.
yes, I'll pass it on. It was my birthday some time ago too. May the
Pardon?
4th. May the 4th be with you. It's
Oh,
an Audrey Hepburn. Never tell her online. So that's my birthday as well as her. It's
very,
Audrey.
yeah. And I think where mine was yesterday, you know, on the 5th.
Happy birthday! Happy 25th birthday!
Yeah, right, sure.
Absolutely.
I just want to remind people now, you have a website and it's at magdafilmproductions.com, right? People can check it out and
Oh,
contact.
absolutely. Can take over these trailers. I'm adding pictures. There's the films and the trailers, the awards. There's gonna be more news. I work on that. And we have been working also put Annie Bio's website, which is biolabcomedies.com.
Okay.
So that's the website for Pay Your Bill. We're really, really pushing for Annie to bring that project as a woman-led comedy, as Pay Your Bill is, and our little actress Sabrina Nappet, who is fantastic. I don't know if you had the chance to see Pay Your Bill. Have you seen it? Have you seen Pay Your Bill? Probably not. I should send you a link.
Yeah,
Sabrina Nappet is incredible on that. I mean, she's just funny. Every time that I was looking at I was just updating the film for some festivals, and she's incredible. AC Peterson, he was working with in Tulsa King with Sly Stallone, so we have the very famous AC Peterson. Well, at least in the locally, but he has been, with Stallone and all these people. So we have some people who is like incredible,
very good.
and the comedy gets better with time, I will say.
Well, I think we've covered everything.
Yes,
Yeah. So I
yes.
just want to stay on
You
camera.
haven't talked about Sueña yet. But we
Pardon?
talk about the next. You haven't talked about the next projects. What's coming up?
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so um, during the last year, the last few years I did a lot of projects on the side besides one Pay Bill and Pegans and all that stuff. So now we're working two different things right now. One is called the Japan trilogy, which is three films, or I'm probably sending individually. One is called Reincarnation. So it's a samurai film, samurai saga with a twist at the end, with Japanese actors shot in Japan. And there's another one called Person of Interest, the second film of the Japan trilogy. This is about yakuza mafia, Japanese mafia. But I protected witness that come to the in America, and actually I have a little role in that show. So we're doing a little shooting for that in Canada to complement that film. Person of Interest. Check out for that. It has a little bit hint of samurai in it. It was shown in Japan. It's being shot in Toronto.
Right.
And the other one is called Taito Station. Taito Station is more like a personal mental health thing. Somebody who lost everything is like he walks around, is trying to live sort of in that alternative reality. The very surrealism or surrealistic, I will say.
Right.
And there's like you shot in Japan, you shot here, so it's like that juxtaposition of cultures on that film. And the last one our last film is Sueña. Sueña is probably our biggest project yet to date. It's a feature documentary that happens in 3 countries: Japan, Colombia, and Canada.
Wow.
So we have the 2 Japanese actors part of it. We have an actress, Annie Bayo, actually, and Pat Powers, who is a musician in Canada, in Toronto. And then in Colombia, we have Edilza Beltran Gonzalez, who is our lead person in Colombia. In her school, we have a little farm called Aurora, and the 2 sisters has this coffee farm, alternative former coffee farm. Now they try to save ancient seeds, and also we touch a little bit of what happened with the coffee culture and the tourists going to Colombia. And you will see that in that film. And the last part is the story of Giancarlo Di Peira, who is happens to be my brother, and he's raised to be an artist and an actor and keep the dreams alive. That's why, yeah. And we're working with the band Transito Libre from Pereira, my city, Pereira, Colombia. And we have their music, which is wonderful. Transito Libre, shout out for them, for Herman Alvarez, who is my bass instructor. And that's what we're doing in 2025. And maybe we're working and get some partnership with some very important people and see what happens with that.
Wow. Well, good luck with all of that. That's so
Oh, it's a lot of work.
a lot of work for sure, right? But so
Yeah.
tremendous. Well, that's really, really wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I
So
said,
the question for me is, how long is this podcast? Like 10 minutes or 15 minutes? That's how you do it? Or
pardon?
is like a 20-minute podcast, this one?
This one, well, anywhere from 15 minutes to half hour, you know.
Okay.
I think I have total 40 minutes from the time I log on to Zoom,
Yeah.
and then they cut you off at some point. So I always
Do
make,
you have any more questions that you will answer about creativity, about things like that, or you think that you will cover enough?
I think we
Like
covered
we can,
pretty much everything, but we can always do another interview. You know, you're always welcome to come back anytime.
yeah.
You know,
No, the thing is, I want to have everything go because it's sometimes difficult for me to make time for. But I was very happy to come back again, and sometimes I had these interviews. I did that one with the Professor or not, but these things helped to and talk about. I like talking about somebody asking me interesting questions about creativity. So I can talk about creativity. So I can talk about directors.
yeah.
And the last thing that we're gonna um, add new and a lot of activities is I'm gonna make my podcast public, which has been like a rehearsing back and forth called Let's Talk About Film, which is basically I have guests. We're gonna talk about film, their films, and a little bit of a film review of directors. Okay, let's go some pop culture kind of about all films, and mostly the past because a lot of people talk about Nerdatic and all these people who talk about and the critical drinker. They talk about the current films. They want to talk about the old films, or the director, or the Kurosawas, or the Jean Renoirs, all those guys right there, plus the other ones. And talk about film, talk about all the actors, the people that don't know, right? The Jean
Right.
Moreau's, so many actors that I have listed. Toshiro Mifune, Akira Kurosawa, talk about all these things that
Yeah.
cemented what we know as film today and actors, and just recover the love for that.
That sounds wonderful.
And because I was looking at a series in Netflix called Ripley, and Ripley, it's a it's a series that goes to the black and white 1950s, and I think there's a resound renaissance of that. I mean, we're gonna probably modernize it instead of using AI. But I think those things are important for people to know. All the directors that are no longer with us and cemented all the George Lucas's uh, and Steven Spielberg's. They were influenced by those guys, and we just need to make what is important to me. I mean, before we finish, you let me know when we finish. It's I went to Kira School as I was grave in Japan, and for me, when I was there, I realized that my crusade is to save film, like that from my side with my little end.
Right. Wow.
Crusade, if we can film it, if we can not be all this kind of what's going on, so try to adapt it and make it to bring it to people, like the culture of film. What we are, I think, is important to preserve that the seventh art of the 20th century. It's important to make a crusade to save it because everything is changing all the AI. And I think my crusade or my mission for whatever is left of my life is to save film, to bring film back the way it has been, or as much as possible as you can.
Very good. That sounds wonderful. And then I think that's a really good spot to end this show. So just stay on camera. I just want to remind everybody you listen to Orlando. You've been listening to Orlando Giraldo Jr. I will include his website so you can check out all his work. He's doing so much, it's really wonderful, and I look forward to hearing more about his podcast once he's got that up and running. That should be really awesome. Saving film, I think, like the old film, as you talk about the old style film. Right?
Yeah, the new films is you get Disney and everybody else to take care of the Marvels and the DC Warner. They operate with in Panama with their stuff.
Very good. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching the show. I hope you continue to do so. Take care, everyone, and peace out.